At this time, kindly stand and join me in welcoming Northern Burlington County Regional High School's class of 2015.
Please be seated. Good evening. On behalf of our students, faculty and staff, and administration and Board of Education, welcome to Northern Burlington County Regional High School's 52nd commencement ceremony. It is an honor to join you on this momentous occasion. Tonight, the accomplishments of the members of the class of 2015 will officially be recognized by those in attendance this evening and by the entire Northern community. At this time, Stephen Grice, National Honor Society President, will lead the flag salute.
Please rise for the flag salute and remain standing for the singing of the national anthem performed by the senior class choir members. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free?
Please be seated. And now, for our Student Council address, I'd like to invite President Amanda Muncal to the podium.
Good evening, everyone. Beauty is a difficult concept for many to wrap their minds around. We get lost in the artificial and physical descriptions of people, of things, of the world around us. Growing up, you are told all sorts of things. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, or beauty is what's on the inside. They're not wrong for saying either, but beauty to me has a different, much simpler, yet much more rare definition. Beauty is to be you, to experience everything with empathy and compassion, to approach all that surrounds us with care. Above all, it is to be unceasingly, unadulteratedly vulnerable with the people around you. With ease, I could tell you of the last heartbreak I endured, or elaborate in lengthy detail the ache I feel up to now when I think how I could have graduated from a different high school than ours. However, true beauty and vulnerability is not in these stories. Rather, it is something I unravel now with every single moment spent close to the people who make up this precious community, something I've come to treasure. To this day, I will not forget the tears I have watched my tremendous parents shed. out of love, out of happiness, out of anger, or out of shame. I will not separate myself from the rowdy behavior my wild, one-of-a-kind brother and sister witness with me around. I will not part from countless times I've laughed without cause for what seems like hours in the presence of people I'm blessed to call my friends. I will not do away with the love of learning and desire to achieve that my many brilliant educators have instilled in me. I will not scratch from my memory even the faces of those whose names I do not know but smile at when I pass. There are lives we touch every day, impressions we leave on one another as we move forward on our own paths. I think from time to time we all wish we could stop ourselves from feeling it all, from embracing the fact that we all hurt the same ways, act on the same urges, crave the same love. A secret we all uncover at one point or another is that these temporary moments with those in our lives are not all so temporary. In fact, they form our hearts, transform our minds, and shape our purpose as we continue onward. They do not expose us so much as show us who we truly are. In remaining open and being together, we see ourselves in our purest, most human forms. There is not a single person here tonight who can say they are truly alone. We credit our true beauty, our true strength, to those who have opened themselves to us, who have shown us what it is to be human, to live instead of merely survive. Yes, the time has passed and now we are here. We, Northern Burlington's class of 2015, are exactly where we are meant to be, together as one for one more night. So I dare you, for one more night, to feel everything. Let this moment take you over. Let yourself ride the wave of this one more victory. Put your face to the sky for one more hurrah. Wrap your arms around the people who have been there, who have guided you this far. From this moment on, there's nowhere to go but up.
Very good.
Here at Northern Burlington, we are fortunate to have students from Springfield, Mansfield, Chesterfield, North Hanover, and Joint Base McGuire-Dix Lakehurst. Together, we are all part of a strong and supportive community. Community is the theme for graduation this year and is reflected in the senior address and graduation speech. Rebecca Hine, one of our speakers, will now present this year's senior address.
Good evening. Do you remember your first day of high school at Northern? I sure remember mine. I was 14 years old with a horrible pit of anxiety in my stomach. My hair was long and stringy, and I had chosen to wear this truly awful floral dress. My feet carried me inside the East Building, and I've never felt more out of place in my entire life. All around me were walls of nervous freshmen, so I kept shuffling until I found myself in the stuffy gym where I would accept my fate. When I tell this story like that, it seems as if I'm being sent off to war rather than to high school. In that moment, I felt as if I were preparing for a 4-year war. Being the new girl, transplanted from Wasilla, Alaska to Columbus, New Jersey, I was a circus attraction rather than a member of the Northern Burlington community. I felt as if I were Boo Radley, the infamous recluse of To Kill a Mockingbird, and all of the neighborhood kids were gathering before me to capture one fleeting glimpse. But that feeling was soon about to change. You see, what we as students at Northern tend to take for granted is the wonderful community that we have shared at Northern over the years. I want everyone to take a moment and look around. What do you see? I see lasting friendships cemented on bleachers at football games, in hallways behind metal lockers, in classrooms with teachers passionate about their work. With all of the stress and toil packaged with graduation and college, it becomes more of a chore to stop and appreciate the times we have all shared in these hallways. What we often fail to observe is the uniqueness of our school. That probably sounds like such a silly thing to say, as most of us have been eagerly awaiting closing our high school chapter and starting anew in college. However, we cannot forget where we came from. Northern Burlington is unique in that it truly forms a community where no student or faculty member is allowed to slip through the cracks. Each day, I'm amazed at how close-knit the staff is, how the students interact with one another, and how everyone seems to welcome a chance to socialize with new peers. Students are supported by one another and guided by inspiring and caring teachers, as well as dedicated staff. The amount of encouragement, guidance, and compassion that I have received from both my peers and teachers is something that a terrified 14-year-old Rebecca could have never imagined. Then again, I was kind of expecting high school to be more like Mean Girls. As my high school days now draw to a close, I've been doing a lot of reflecting upon the last 4 years, and I encourage you all to do the same. We've come so far from those first days as scared underclassmen. We have all flourished in this community, making mistakes, forming friendships, finding our passions, experiencing the world. If you take one thing away from your high school experience, I sincerely hope that is the sense of community created here at Northern. We've all experienced those days where it was difficult to raise our heads from the pillow and sit through class. But imagine how much harder that all would have been without our favorite teachers, our best friends, the administrators, the peers we worked with each day in class. All of that was and is the Northern community in action. So as we continue on our life journeys, I urge everyone to appreciate where we come from, to cherish our Northern community. For without it, where would we truly be? Thank you and congrats, guys.
At the Senior Awards ceremony on June 8th, the seniors before you were honored with more than $100,000 in scholarships and awards. I invite all graduates who receive scholarships and senior awards to stand and be recognized. Please join me in a round of applause to honor these members of the class of 2015 for their astounding achievements. Graduates, please be seated. It is my pleasure to introduce Julia Militich, who will present one of the two recognition speeches.
Good evening. Many high school seniors have stepped on this same stage year after year to reflect on the journey that has brought them to this moment in time. I want to share my journey with you. Flash back to 1999, Samara, Russia. Picture rows upon rows of cribs with barely any room to walk between them. Babies and toddlers yearning for someone to hold them, to love them. Cribs to keep them safe from harm, but also separate and alone. More like a jail than a home. In the darkness of the room, two heads side by side. Twins, boy, girl. This is how my twin brother Luke and I started our journey. At that same moment, back in New Jersey, a couple desperately hoping for a baby receives the news that there is one waiting for them in Russia. As they excitedly pack their bags, they get a phone call. One that will change my new family and our lives forever. Would they be willing to take two babies instead of one, a set of twins? Can you imagine how different our lives would have been had my parents decided that they could only handle one baby? One of us would have been left behind in Russia, never knowing that the other even existed. To be perfectly honest, that baby left behind would have probably been me. It would have been my brother Luke going to America with a loving family, and me staying in Russia alone. No family, no brother, no parents. In an orphanage, your health, proper nutrition, and cognitive development are not a main priority. As an infant, I encountered many medical setbacks. The thought of my limited previous health care is scary. While in Russia, I had a serious lung infection. As a result, I had to undergo a complicated operation to save my life. You would think a serious health issue like that would turn people away. Who would want to adopt a sick baby when you could get a healthy one? This is how our journey started. Prayers were answered and 2 lives were saved. 2 lives that could have been completely different without our parents. We came to the United States at 2.5 years old, speaking no English and just using sign language. Here we are graduating from high school with honors. Through the years, our lives have sure changed. Luke took up music and I played sports, but the bond that kept us together was never broken. I knew if I ever needed anything, he would always be there for me. In a way, some things never change. I would take a bullet for you, Broseph. No one understands the bond twins have, and I think our circumstances have made us even closer than normal twins. We've both gone through the same things at the same times. Relationships, dramas, first dates. Imagine how this would have been had I been left in Russia. Luke is my security blanket. I know he will always be there for me. Even though I'm going away to college, the bond will never be broken. I guess I will no longer be considered one of the Militich twins. I will be just Julia. Just Julia has come a long way from that row of cribs. Thank you, Mom and Dad. And to Luke, you are my rock. Can't wait to continue our journey. I love you.
At this time, Katie Ireland will present the second recognition speech.
Life can be really difficult. Life makes us want to quit more often than we'd like to. And sometimes life forces us to face problems we just don't know the answers to. The beauty, as Amanda had said before, in it all, though, is that we don't have to have those answers right now. This new doorway of opportunity we underestimated teenagers are all about to walk through is for figuring those answers out. We are the ever-changing generation, able to keep our heads high when any sort of problem comes our way. To the class of 2015, never deny the power of a positive mind. The road up ahead is nothing like we have ever faced in high school. It's only going to get crazier. Keep an optimistic outlook, though, and that door will never close on you. I have a sister named Jamie. Jamie is a Northern alumni and a graduate from the United States Naval Academy, a current Marine Corps officer. My sister is my hero. She has worked harder than any individual I have ever seen, and I am so proud to call her my sister. She has shown me how to be bold when I am scared, how to determine right from wrong, and how to handle any situation, good or bad, with an open mindset. When high school came around, I was compared to and/or mistaken for Jamie on many occasions. It never really bothered me until I was asked what I was going to be doing with my life. I stood in the hand-me-down shoes of my admired sister and felt like those shoes were 10 sizes too big. She had inspired people. She was a role model to not just me, but so many other individuals. I thought, how could I ever amount to anything so incredible? I was lost in a confused cloud she seamlessly passed through. What and where and how is life going to turn out for me? How on earth did Jamie, or anybody for that matter, figure it out? Yeah, I never found those answers, and I still haven't. But if it wasn't for the words, "do what you want," repeated by my sister, I wouldn't have realized then that it didn't matter what she had done, what my parents wanted, what my friends were all doing. After this, the only thing that matters is me. I am in charge of my own doorway, my own success that I hope you all choose to measure in happiness. So today I am pleased to stand here and say to Jamie, who is currently serving 6,000 miles away overseas, thank you, sister, for helping open my door, for showing my way to my path, and for changing my mindset. Thank you for making me a more positive person. David Frost quotes, "Don't aim for success. If you want it, just do it. Do what you love and believe in, and it will all come naturally." I believe in this with all my heart. A positive mind can change your life, make you thank your parents more, overuse the words, "I love you." A happy mind can bring you new friendships, a bandage to mend old ones. A happy mind can bring you a happy life, and in turn, a happier world. Success and opportunity will come as they do, and like everyone else, somehow, guys, we will figure it all out. So yeah, life is really difficult. Life will make you want to quit and will make you face problems you don't know the answers to. It's refusing to fear those unknown answers, though, and coding them in worthwhile thoughts instead that will lead to our successes. Thank you to the class of 2015. You guys have sculpted me into who I am today, and I am so blessed to have experienced this with all of you. We out.
At each graduation ceremony, the class treasurer presents a gift to the school on behalf of the entire class. This year, Nicole Koltnicki, class treasurer, will present the class gift.
As Class Council Treasurer, on behalf of the class of 2015, it is my honor to present this year's class gift. Leaving Northern Burlington, we take several things with us: an education, a sense of pride, and multiple friendships. The class gift is about leaving our legacy, something that will be enjoyed for many years to come. A class gift should bring the community together, it should increase school pride, and it should bring up the memories of Northern Burlington, current and past. The class of 2015 is proud to capitalize on the strong school spirit of Northern Burlington's athletics in the form of a newly renovated press box sign. A little history about the current sign that is on the press box. How many times have you been out at this Northern Burlington field and noticed it? It was constructed of plywood, hung only 2 years before Coach Perello would win a football Group 2 South State championship. I've been at Northern Burlington my whole life, and I've never noticed that Greyhound. It was only until the other day that I was informed that Mr. Dulce, a 17-year-old senior at that time, drew that Greyhound during his Northern graduation year in 1993. And the coach hung it up for inspiration. We talk about inspiring the desire, and there it is, right there looking down on us. Maybe you missed it all those years, maybe you noticed it, but what is important here is that you realize the comparisons between the time that the sign has spent hanging there and the time you have spent as a Northern Burlington student. If you touch that sign, there are sections that are tough and brand new, and sections that are soft, like paper ready to be folded. It's amazing that it stands in its original form for more than 20 years later. Your life is a mixture of being noticed and barely being noticeable, but you weathered that storm. You worked hard to get here today. There is something that always wanted to take you down, but from afar, you always remain tough, resilient. But like the sign, nothing lasts forever. We do our best to hold on to the memories. We talk about them fondly, but eventually time gets the best of us all. We are not taking away the memory of that sign and what it stood for. We are adding to the memory and giving it new life. It's what we do every day. We add to life's overall story. When the class of 2015 replaces that sign, there will be throwbacks to the original one. It won't be the same, but it will be just enough to preserve the memories and keep them going longer. From this day on, it's the class of 2015's turn to look over future generation of Greyhounds. Thank you and congratulations to the class of 2015.
Thank you, Nicole. On behalf of the high school administration, I accept your monetary contribution towards a newly renovated press box sign. Before I officially present the class of 2015 to Dr. Saruta, the Northern Burlington County Regional School District Superintendent, I invite those graduates who will be joining the armed forces to please stand and be recognized. Thank you. We are honored to have had the opportunity to be a part of preparing these fine young adults to lead and protect our nation. These young men and women have chosen to serve our nation through the United States Armed Services. And at Northern, we feel a great sense of pride and responsibility as part of the Joint Base McGuire-Dick Lakehurst community. Dr. Cerruta, collectively, the seniors have achieved an impressive number of accomplishments. We have a record-breaking number of 90 seniors who are members of the National Honor Society. Melissa Germano has achieved perfect attendance throughout her entire school year, including elementary school. Athletically, in field hockey, Nikki Koltnicki broke the school record for the most goals in a career, which had been standing for over 30 years. She ended her career with 67 goals, and this was the first time that the Northern swim team has qualified for an NJSIA playoff appearance. The Northern Burlington baseball team earned 2 sectional titles, 2 divisional titles, a Burlington County Championship, Grand Slam Championship, and the 2015 State Runners-Up Award. Ryan Shin, Adam Rapp, and Tyler Odell were added to the elite list of 100-plus career hits. In girls lacrosse, Alex Fitzpatrick broke a single-season scoring record with 101 goals, and she received her 200th career goal this season. Our track team was named Central Jersey Group 3 Division champions, and they broke 4 school records. Ashley Edwards walked away with over 30 medals. And regarding community service, the girls' soccer team raised over $2,400 in conjunction with the Courtney Rose Foundation for pediatric brain cancer research at CHOP. And the football team sponsored Thanksgiving meals for 5 needy local families. Irene Parisky and Dominique Bundenson were both part of the New Egypt Relay for Life Organizing Committee. And the Northern Burlington Thespians raised $1,257.65 for the Broadway Cares Equity Fights AIDS. Our high school teachers submitted a word describing the qualities exhibited by the class of 2015 seated before you. And among the 5 most repeated words are generous, ambitious, humorous, responsible, and polite. I agree and would add committed and creative. Members of the senior class petitioned to continue celebrating Arts Day and met with me on a regular basis to brainstorm ways to improve the event. They planned and organized the entire celebration. And I would like to personally thank the senior class for their support and cooperation during the first 6.5 months of my tenure as high school principal. I will truly miss them.
Thank you, Dr. Lopez. Welcome, parents and friends. On behalf of the Northern Burlington County Regional Board of Education, its administration, faculty, and support staff, welcome. Assistant Superintendent Dr. McCormick, High School Principal Dr. Lopez, Board President Jim Nacito, administrators, faculty, Class President Brian Ford, Student Council President Amanda Mungal, Class Council and Student Government officers, all graduating seniors, board members, and special guests, welcome to the ceremonies. I'd like to pause for a moment and thank Mr. Taylor for the wonderful work, senior class choir, high school choir, and I want to thank Mr. Linder over in the band. Thank you very much. Thanks to all our talented faculty and support staff that make tonight possible. In and amongst the crowd here, we have some of our finest faculty members, and I'm going to ask them to stand and be recognized. So I can thank them, the students can thank them, and everybody here tonight can thank them. Please stand and be recognized, faculty who are here tonight. On January 18th, my first grandchild, Jack James Cerruta, was born. And in the next 5 months, I've grown to better understand what it means to be a grandparent. I know I'm still a rookie, but it's different. The love and the care a grandparent gives, So this evening, I'd like to recognize all the grandparents for all they have done in support of these graduates. Grandparents who are here this evening, please stand and be recognized. Come on, you have to admit to it. I now travel among you all. That was fun. Tonight we recognize the class of 2015, and all we recognized that there are many graduating here this evening who haven't had the opportunity to hear their names for special honors and awards these last few weeks. But they're very special in so many ways. So I thought tonight I'd take a few moments and on behalf of every student here at Northern Burlington, ask Jacqueline Hussey to please stand up. Jacqueline, I know you're surprised. What did I do? I call your name tonight, Jacqueline, because you are the epitome of a Northern student. Jackie came to Northern from Hawaii during her sophomore year. Like so many Northern students, she's a military child. Her dad serves in the Air Force, and her brother, Chris, just finished his sophomore year here at Northern. Teachers describe Jackie as a pleasure to teach and a positive role model. She's a mentor who volunteers her time and helps others. Jackie's an active member of student council and a dedicated peer leader. In college, Jackie wants to major in kinesiology and become a sports doctor. So Jackie, tonight, you represent everything Northern, everything great about Northern. Take with you tonight the knowledge that you are special and that we are all very, very proud. Jackie. And to all the graduates, know that you will always have a friend at Northern. When you go out in the world, don't forget us here at Northern. Become an ambassador for your school. And know that you are good enough to solve the ills of the world, become the envy of the world, and never confuse having a career with having a life. Best wishes for your future. And by the authority vested in me by the Northern Burlington County Regional Board of Education in the state of New Jersey, I do certify to you that the young men and women assembled before you have met all of the requirements for a high school diploma in the state of New Jersey and are entitled to all of the rights and privileges thereof. Congratulations, class of 2015. At this time, it is my distinct honor, sincere pleasure, to invite to the podium our school board president, a friend, a colleague, Mr. James Nacito. Jim?
Thank you, Dr. Saruta. First, let me congratulate you on your graduation. In September of 2003, you all started the first grade here, well, not here at Northern, but in your elementary school. Well, in April, the previous April of that same year, 2003, I joined this Board of Education. So in a way, we are both graduating today. Tomorrow, you will start a new journey, one that will take you through the rest of your life. Your teachers here at Northern have given you the bedrock and foundation for your future endeavors. Use this foundation to build a life you can be proud of. Remember, the profession you choose should be one that you can enjoy. Don't just look at the size of the paycheck. Also, remember that integrity, truth, and honesty should be the cornerstones not only of your professional life, but also in your daily life. Finally, strive to be the best that you can be in everything you do. You don't have to be a superstar. You just should feel that you have given it your all. We urge you to continue to be involved in the Northern community by attending sporting, theatrical, and other events. In conclusion, I wish all the graduates a fruitful and healthy future. Good luck to all of you.
It is with much pride that I introduce the class council officers. Irene Periski, class secretary. Nicole Koltnicki, class treasurer. Carly Morrow, class vice president. And Brian Ford, class president. These students will begin the official process for their classmates to receive their diploma presented by members of the Board of Education. The class advisors, Mrs. Kathy McKay and Mrs. Sandy Cullen, will present each student with a majestic red oak, New Jersey state tree, signifying strength and endurance.
It is now our pleasure to read the names of the graduates. As your name is called, please come forward to receive your diploma. Kelly Abramowitz.
Casey Ain Brainbridge.
Sarah Botts.
Kyla B. Bangulin.
Haley Bell.
Brittany Ann Bondi.
Taylor Borgstrom.
Savannah Noel Bowen.
Sharad Chada.
Morgan Lee Klauser.
Emily Lynn Cohen.
Ryan Cook.
Justin DeRay.
Christopher J. Forsini.
Nicholas Fulfero.
Shannon Elizabeth Foy.
Brittany A. Gamble.
Benjamin T. Gabriziak.
William R. Gressley.
Carolyn.
Melissa Carolyn Germano.
Stephen A. Grice.
Justin Granado.
Lucas Hamill.
Pulkit Gupta.
June Hahn.
Sean Hamner.
Rebecca R. Hine.
Tristan Harrison.
Eric J. Hoffman.
Erica Hill.
Catherine Ireland.
Dorothy Holloway.
Mohammed Khan.
Janae K. Johnson.
Ashley Kruczynski.
Jennifer Knoll.
Jocelyn May Lim.
Timothy A. Lieback.
Thomas J. Lindsay.
Remington J. Little.
Kelty Lonergan.
Abigail Major.
Mayuri Montani.
Christian C. Martin.
Michael Martino.
George Melman Kenny.
Gianna Malillo.
Luke Militich.
Julia Militich.
James Minnock.
Megan E. Mills.
Jessica Ray Natriello.
Amanda Moncal.
Connor O'Dwyer.
Ashley Nunez.
Morgan Amber Payne.
Caitlin Petz.
Kevin J. Price.
Brianna M. Quinones.
Robert M. Raitaner Jr.
Oroshi Rathor.
Sahithi Reddy.
Sydney Reynolds.
Jeffrey Ricciani.
Justin M. Saganowski.
Caitlin Schneider.
Brooke Schwartzman.
Jillian Serrano.
Rima M. Shaw.
Sarah Shobe.
Akil R. Singaretti.
Morgan Sheesh.
Jacob Slaby.
Angelo Stefani.
Timothy Sudo.
Gersimran K. Thind.
Kira Lenny Thompson. My bad.
Brandon M. Tomei.
Emily L. Torres.
Carl Anthony Torres.
Amanda Chendel.
Rachel Trotter.
Thomas R. Van Veldhuizen.
Kaylee Walsh.
Courtney Walton.
Adela C. Warziniak.
Precious P. Williams.
Sarah Abramson.
Juliana Adcock.
Stephen Adeni.
Tyler Anguella.
Cameron Allen.
Michael A. Avila.
Jenna Anzengruber.
Andrew Baez.
Allie Ashwood.
Jacob Bartlett.
Amasika Adamako.
Haley S. Basto.
Shessie Aziz.
William J. Berger.
Porter Barnes.
Allie Taylor Black.
Michael R. Bastido.
Savannah Ray Borden.
Haley Bama.
Paige A. Brockle.
Nicholas V. Belancio.
Tyler Brewer.
Angela Bond.
Deja Brown.
Nicholas Borgstrom.
Dominique D. Bundenson.
Randy J. Brandt.
Brielle Capra.
Joel D. Bryan.
Kayla A. Arcavage.
Zachary Brown.
Catherine Calorio.
Daniel P. Carroll.
Guadalupe Cardenas.
Liam Castle.
Celico W. Carvajal.
Michael J. Chavez.
Tristan D. Castro.
Adam Chodes.
Jeannie M. Chuan.
Demario A. Clark.
Tierra D. Clark.
Alexandria J. Collins.
Riley C. Coggin.
Dalton Cundiff.
Richard E. Crater.
Alfonso D'Amico.
Jessica Della Pazzi.
Caleb P. Dixon.
Dominic Delvecchio.
Blake Dunbar.
Catherine L. DeVito.
Eric Eaton.
Aaron Doherty.
Brandon Edelstein.
Sarah Diet.
Ashley Edwards.
James Eccles.
Melanie Elizondo.
Jeffrey K. Edgel.
Amber Nicole Elrich.
Geron T. Edwards.
Alexandra Renee Ethington.
Charles M. Elkins.
Shelby Evans.
Austin English.
Lane Farrell.
David C. Evans.
Juliana Filer.
James R. Everett.
Nicholas J. De Laurentiis.
Jordan Fells.
Grace Fontanez.
Emily Fisher.
Jermaine M. Francis.
Brittany A. Forsyth.
Sanjana R. Gavini.
Michael Richard Funk.
James A. Gill.
Jonathan George.
Jacob Glickel.
Branson L. Gilman.
Jordan Gonzalez.
Zachary A. Goldstein.
Cassidy Griffith.
Joseph D. Greco.
Jerome Gutierrez.
Alfredo Guillen.
Damashe Nyana Higgins.
Alexandria Half.
Megan Hand.
Jordan G. Ham.
Riley J. Hayes.
Paige Harper.
Darren Herbert.
Sadell J. Hearn.
Ashley Nicole Holmes.
Rebecca Lynn Hoffbauer.
Jacqueline J. Hussey.
Hunter Horner.
Abigail Iraka.
Tyler A. Engling.
Jacob Jenkins.
Jasmine N. Jackson.
Blaine Johnson.
Alexis Jennings.
Carly B. Jones.
Christopher Johnson.
Brandy Kazor.
Sierra Jones.
Cheyenne Ketchum.
Kimmy Kelly.
Corey Kramer.
Kelly Krasinski.
Kyle J. Kumple.
Youssef F. Labib.
Brandon LeBlanc.
Cameron E. Lee.
Ryan A. Lee Chong.
Celine A. Lee Chong.
Zoe T. Lewis.
Kaylin James Linzer.
Brighton Samuel Livingston.
Sebastian Lopez.
Dylan E. Lubis.
Avery Lucas.
Jacob D. Lucas.
Amber M. Lutchman.
Mark Anthony G. Major.
Daniel T. Malloy.
Jordan B. Marifiotti.
Taheem A. Marshall.
Deja Brielle Martin.
Jacob D. McConnell.
Chana McGuire.
Austin J. McKeithen.
Madison McNabb.
Thorne McNeil.
Enrique Mendoza.
Chase Miller.
Lawrence M. Mistamacher.
Taylor Moore.
Alexis Morrow.
Myra Murray.
Jonah L. Musella.
Robert Nicholas Miles.
Taylor Dane Anthony Myrie.
Jordan Nelson.
Stephen Newcomer.
Gavin E. Oko.
Mark Tyler Odell.
Paulina S. Olenek.
Joshua F. B. Okwesi.
Aaron M. Osman.
Amanda Osebansu.
Brett Parlante.
Skylar Papardes.
Sahidi N. Patel.
Bhumi K. Patel.
Danielle Perrine.
Brianna Bella Pereira.
Elizabeth Porter.
Emmanuel Pierre.
Amog Prabhu.
Megan Poshpishel.
Robert L. Provost.
Michael C. Prettyman.
Adam W. Rapp.
Michael D. Ratty.
Shelby L. Reed.
Nicholas Rich Cohen.
Jace Reinhardt.
Andrew K. Robinson.
Edwin Robinson.
Jared Robinson.
Lauren A. Romeo.
Sophia G. Romero.
Brianna J. Rosero.
McKenna Rouse.
Paige Ryan.
John Sabat.
Jalissa Santana.
Emily T. Shoecraft.
Caitlin M. Scott.
John Seath.
Samantha Seminario.
Abdul Cisse.
Ryan Shin.
Vladislav Shumalov.
That was good. It would have been a lot worse if I said it.
Yes, you were first. Last one. It's about to rain.
Gerardo Shorey.
Lauren Smithson.
Dennis Simmons.
Benjamin A. Steinhauser.
Carrie Steele.
Morgan D. Stevens.
Kyle Stemmer.
Eric Stinglin.
Lauren Stevens.
Nicholas B. Strope.
Aaron M. Stockton.
Meredith J. Taylor.
Dave F. Tangen.
Tristan L. Tillman.
Marche Terry.
Shannon Titko.
Juwan Timmons.
Brianna N. Tyler.
Jamari D. Tucker.
Madison A. Vinci.
Marcel O. Tyson.
Kathleen Wainwright.
Journey Wade.
Colton W. Wharton.
Corey Austin Warner.
Tatiana N. White.
Kelsey N. White.
Noah Whiting.
Nicholas Whiting.
Julian Willem.
Jacqueline Wilkinson.
Ethan Wynn.
Tajay S. Wilson.
Zachary D. York.
Jason S. Wiley.
Anthony Zielinski.
Aaron P. Zahn.
Irene Christine Perisky.
Nicole Koltanicki.
Carly Morrow.
Brian Ford.
I am pleased to invite the 2015 graduates of the Northern Burlington's Choir to sing the senior song.
Hey, old friend, let's look back on the crazy clothes we wore.
Ain't it fun to look back and to see it's all been done before?
All those nights together are special memories.
And I can't wait for tomorrow, just as long as you're dancing next to me. 'Cause it's so clear, every year we get stronger, stronger. What's gone is gone, the past is the past. Turn the radio up and then hit the gas, 'cause I know we've come so far, but we've got so far to go. I know the road seems long, but it won't be long till it's time to go. So most days we'll take it fast and some nights we'll take it slow. I know we've come so far, but baby, baby, we got so far to go. Yeah.
Hey, old friend, together, side by side and year by year.
The road was filled with twists and turns, but that's the road that got us here.
Let's move past the bad times before those memories fade.
Let's forgive but not forget, and learn from all the mistakes we made. 'Cause it's so clear, every year we get stronger, stronger. So don't give up and don't say when, and just get back on the road again. 'Cause I know we've come so far, but we've got so far to go. I know the road seems long, but it won't be long till it's time to go. So most days we'll take it fast and some nights we'll take it slow. I know we've come so far, but baby, baby, we got so far to go. Yeah. Hey, old friend, come along for the ride. There's plenty of room, so jump inside. The highway's rocky every now and then, but it's so much better than where I've been. Just keep moving at your own speed. Your heart is all the compass you'll ever need. Just keep cruising the road we're on, 'cause the rear view mirror only shows what's gone, gone, gone. Ooh, got so far to go.
the promised land, 'cause I know we've come so far, but we've got so far to go. I know the road seems long, but it won't be long till it's time to go. So most days we'll take it fast, and some nights we'll take it slow. I know we've come so far, but baby, baby, we've got so far to go. Baby, baby, ooh, baby, baby, got so far to go.
And now, I would request that senior and now graduate, Rima Shah, deliver the 2015 graduation address.
Good evening. After 4 years, the time has finally come for us to separate and discover new paths in a new environment with new people and new friends. The past will be behind us, but the memories we have created in these 4 years will continue to be treasured. During our times at Northern, we have built a community where we have shared our thoughts, ideas, and interests. We have counted on one another during our ups and downs and shared umbrellas during thunderstorms that always seem to know when we have to cross buildings. Together we have discovered who we are and have accepted our individuality. Keeping that in mind, each of us should be proud of our unique talents that have led to us accomplishments here at Northern. Without the support of the Northern community, we would have not been able to accomplish the things we have so far. In the essay, "No Man is an Island," John Donne said, "No man is an island, entire of itself. Every man is a piece of the continent, a part of the main." Although we're letting Northern go, we're taking a foundation that we can build our lives upon. Our future depends on the choices we make after we leave Northern today. I know for a fact that the Northern community has given us values and courage we need to pursue for our passions when times are tough. By joining our individual successes and the immense amount of knowledge we have absorbed from the teachers at Northern, we can benefit society. Now it's time to give back to the community that has given us so much over the years. As we diverge on our individual paths, we will always be Northern Greyhounds in our hearts. While today marks the end of a chapter in our lives, tomorrow brings a new journey. No longer will we eat together in the cafeteria where the humidity just seems to circulate. No longer will we pass together past the cow mural with endless laughter. No longer will we complain about the heat not working or the lack of air conditioning. The world is now our hallway. Hospitals, office buildings, and military schools will now be our classrooms. My hope is that when we meet later in life, we will have amazing stories to share and have the same sense of belonging we have today. Although our individual desires are different, do what your heart wants. Don't let obstacles prevent you, because you will always have a family at Northern to lean on. Steve Jobs once said, "Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice. And most importantly, have the courage to follow your heart and intuition." By following this advice, I challenge all of you, the class of 2015, to strive for success and nothing less, because we all have the potential to do so. Thank you.
I'd ask you all to please be patient. We're going to continue with the ceremony. At this time, after Brian Ford is going to come forward, give a brief speech, and then after the moving of the tassel, the graduates will recess through the arch. Please welcome Class President Brian Ford, who will...
I'd like to start by personally acknowledging Mrs. Cullen and Mrs. McKay for all the time they've put into helping our class these last 4 years. Our junior prom, homecoming hallways, senior carnival, and everything else just wouldn't have been as great as they were without them. And they wouldn't have been a lot more stressful for us. Also, I think I speak for every graduate here when I say we owe our parents a big thank you. The ones who taught us how to tie our shoes, encouraged us along the way, provided us with everything they could to ensure our success, and who will be co-signing on those student loans. High school. It's the best of times, it's the worst of times. This is our time, class of 2015. Seniors, think back to freshman year for a moment. Think of the seniors back then. To us, they were real leaders. Remember going to watch the life skits during gym class, the school plays, or watching them at big football games? We looked up to them, just like every freshman looks up to at least one of us here and considers at least one of us here a role model. Now, through watching and learning from each other, we developed into a tightly knit community. Over the years, we've come together. I think we can all agree that senior year was absolutely nothing like the three before it. Senior year, this group of individuals matured into the graduating class of 2015, a community of people who learned to be much more open-minded towards each other, and that maybe some of our peers aren't so bad after all. We came together as classmates. During the first class meeting in September, we could all feel the newfound power and responsibility we had as seniors. This year, we put together the winning homecoming hallway. We put Northern athletics on the map with cross-country, baseball, and too many league titles to fit in this speech. We boarded a plane together, some of us for the first time, and flew to Florida where we bonded as seniors. We even made friends with people who, as freshmen, we would have never thought we'd be friends with. We came in as young, developing teens, and today we leave here as adults, ready or not to start the next chapter of our lives. Thank you, and congratulations, class of 2015. At this time, I officially invite the graduates to please rise. Move your tassel from the right side of your cap to your left, over your heart. Congratulations to the class of 2015!
We're going to recess out.
Yes. Ready? 4 and in. 1, 2.